Welcome back to Houston Life. After more than 100 years in existence and with more than 6,000 permanent animal residents, the Houston Zoo has become one of the best zoos on the planet.
Yeah, it really has. They just celebrated their 100 years a couple years ago. And it's not just the number and variety of the animals that truly sets apart the Houston Zoo from other zoos around the country. It really is their commitment to help save animals in the wild. Their veterinary team invited me behind the scenes to take a look at how they're working every single day to not only provide animals with the best possible care in Houston, but also around the globe.
Just scoot forward.
Inside this exam room at the Houston Zoo, a highly venomous resident is getting checked out.
Okay. That looks like it fits pretty well.
This is a monocled cobra, a snake typically found in South and Southeast Asia. And Dr. Melissa, staff veterinarian at the Houston Zoo, is trying to make a diagnosis.
Our herpetology keepers noticed it had a little bit of a bump on the right side of its back, right below where the hood is of the snake. The plan for the exam today was to anesthetize the snake, that way we can work on it safely because it's venomous. So with the lump being located so closely to the head, doing really a good, thorough, awake exam on the snake is not something that we would consider safe for our staff involved. We try to avoid the bitey section, especially in a venomous snake. So having the snake be completely sedated, completely relaxed, and unaware of what's going on is important both for our safety, staff safety, and as well as the health and welfare of the snake. So I think the radiographs are going to be helpful for us.
After carefully sedating the snake, Dr. Melissa started the exam to try to figure out the cause of the lump.
That almost looks like it's got a little bit of a fluid pocket.
Performing an ultrasound, doing x-rays, and taking samples to be analyzed in a lab. Her team also used a scope to see if a look inside would help provide more clues.
Doesn't seem like it's invading into the esophagus, so whatever it is, it's on the outside of the esophagus. It means it could still be part of the esophageal wall.
This cobra is just one of many animals Dr. Melissa will see during any given week.
You work with how many different types of animals?
Oh, countless, hundreds. Yeah, hundreds of different types of animals. Every single case is different. Every species is super different. So I think a skill of somebody who works in the zoo field and in the veterinary field is to be flexible.
One of her recent patients was extra small, a Peruvian jumping stick. After shedding its exoskeleton, the insect's thorax and neck area were a bit too soft, so Dr. Melissa created a tiny splint out of a Q-tip.
After 72 hours, we took it off. Her exoskeleton had hardened, and she was able to hold her head in a normal position.
I love that. That's so cool, because oftentimes at the zoo, people think of these large animals,
Sure.
but a lot of the work that you do can deal with even the smallest insects.
Absolutely.
And when it comes to some of the largest zoo residents, the elephants, the Houston Zoo is doing groundbreaking work to combat a common disease called EEHV.
The disease that we're talking about is EEHV, so that's elephant endotheliotrophic herpes virus. This is a disease that is an ancient elephant disease. It has evolved with elephants for as long as elephants existed, and what happens is that this virus, when a young elephant is exposed to it, sort of in the first period of its life, when it's very vulnerable, it has the potential to cause a fatal disease. So it's a disease of the blood vessels, and unfortunately can lead to the death of an animal if it's not treated very, very quickly.
Through a partnership with Baylor, the Houston Zoo is not only learning more about the disease and how it progresses, they're developing a plasma bank for elephants. So if an elephant is diagnosed with EEHV, the plasma can be shipped to the zoo's partners around the country to provide sick elephants with potentially life-saving transfusions. Every day at the Houston Zoo, the staff is working hard to ensure the animals here are in good health and thriving. Back in the exam room, the Monocled Cobra will soon wake up from her anesthesia as she waits for an official diagnosis and treatment plan. Dr. Melissa has her work cut out for her, but she wouldn't have it any other way.
this seems like a stressful job. What attracted you to this line of work and why at the Houston Zoo?
Yeah, I mean, the most important part of our job is that what we're doing here is contributing to saving animals in the wild. So zoo veterinarians are really driven by conservation efforts, and that is what brought me into the zoo field to begin with. I wanted to have an impact beyond just the clinic walls and make sure that my work was actually contributing to the health and welfare of animals across the globe.
It really was so fascinating to take a look behind the scenes. Thank you so much to the entire veterinary team here at the Houston Zoo. They're incredible. And a reminder that every time you go to the Houston Zoo, you're not only supporting the animals right here, you're supporting animals all around the globe. In fact, the conservation efforts, 49 different wildlife conservation projects in 27 countries around the world, Tessa. So it's pretty staggering.
Fascinating, incredible, impressive, and I'm sure the animals, I know the animals appreciate it.